guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with another product pan update. This is going to be my deco panning update. I love this product. It's one of my favorites. It's the only kind of themed product that I'm doing at the moment. All of the other ones are kind of like, you know, my own projects, like rolling product pan. I'm obviously doing pan eyeshadows, pan palette, stuff like that, but it's more like those are, in my mind at least, I count as more like traditional product pans, and this is the only one that I'm doing that is more of a theme, like prompt based, that kind of stuff. But I absolutely love it, and I've been keeping it going for years and years just because of that reason. This product was created by Emilynmax. I will have her link down below, as well as a collaboratory playlist with everyone else who is participating, so make sure to check them all out if you want to binge more of this content. But yeah, today we have rather exciting update, I would say. Yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on my items in this project, so I'm going to jump into the video and share that with you. But before I do that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. Alright, so we are going to kick it off with a good one for sure. So this here is the first product. So this is the Professional from Benefit. It is a primer. I actually rolled this one in for the prompt, a primer, and this is one that was brand new when I first rolled it in. I don't think I had it marked when I first rolled it in, but since then I've been doing my progress marks. But this is one that I rolled in to finish. It was on my list to finish this year anyway, on my 50 items I want to pan in 2025 list. So it's one that I wanted to work on at some point anyway. It just happened to roll into the introduction of this project. So goal was to finish it, and I am happy to say that I was able to finish it. So this one is now an empty. I really didn't have much left of it last time. You can see down there. However, it did take me 11 more uses to finish it. I think partly because you use quite a little amount when you use it. Also, I think there was some products on the side that I was able to squeeze out and, you know, eventually get out. But yeah, it is completely empty now. I have squeezed the sides. I'm trying to squeeze more out, but yeah, there's just nothing coming out. I have really pushed hard with this one, and it is now done, like I said. So 11 additional uses in the past month for a total of 65 to finish, and this will of course be rolling out because it is completed. Another product that has been in since the very start of this project is something I rolled in for Sparkly, and I rolled this shadow right here from Shine by SD. This is the shade Mystic, which is one of the Halo Horizon shade, although they have reformulated the Halo Horizons. I don't think the shade is available anymore, but I absolutely love it. I am wearing it on my eyes today in this video, which again you can see once the footage of this shadow rolling is done. And my goal with this one was to use it 10 times. So I've been quite slow with this one, but this is what it looked like at the last update. I had reached for it 7 times at that point, so I was really determined to get this out, because after 4 months in the project, 7 uses is really not ideal. So I needed to get it out, and I'm happy to say that now I have completed that. This is what it looks like today, and I have hit those 3 additional uses for a total of 10. So again, very happy that this one will be rolling out. So again, I'm wearing this one on my eyes today. It is the main shimmer that I'm wearing, and I reached for it the last time today. I knew that I had 1 more use to go, so I decided to wear it in today's look. And yeah, this shadow is quite, like, it has a little bit of a dip after 10 uses, but it's quite chunky, so I feel like it's moving quicker. Also to note that I think after 2 months or something in this project, this one actually shattered, so I had to repress it. So the dip did disappear at that point, but since then of course I've been keeping using it anyway. And yeah, this one is also going to roll out. 10 uses is not like the highest, and I definitely thought I was going to roll this one out earlier in the year, but it did take its sweet time in this project. But again, very happy that I've hit my goal on it now. The third product that we have, I rolled in for a mainstream brand products. So there was a lot of things in my collection that I could have gone for. You know, there's obviously, not everything, but a lot of brands that I have in my collection apart from eyeshadows are mainstream brands. But I decided to go with one that I have been keeping on my like top mainstream brand list for a while now, and that is Charlotte Tilbury. And I also wanted to do something a bit different, because at the time I think I rolled this one in, which is 4 months ago, I had a lot of eyeshadows in this project, so I also wanted to move away from eyeshadows and roll something different in. And this is a product that is on my products I want to pan this year list, and I wanted to get a bit of a head start on it, even though it is a bit more of a tonal shade for me, and that is this lipstick right here, which is the shade Pillow Talk Medium from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is a really beautiful dark nude. You can see it right here, and since, you know, again, I do eventually want to finish it, but I didn't want to pull it in to finish in this project because I knew it was going to take way too long. I did roll this one in for 30 uses, which I think was a relatively high usage goal to still see some progress, but not too high that it would stay in for the full year. So as of the last update, I have reached for this one 14 times, so I was basically halfway to my goal, and I was partly hoping to finish this one and roll it out this month, which would have been 16 additional uses, but I just haven't been reaching for it as much as I was hoping. I am wearing it today, but I am mixing it with a lighter lipstick because I wanted to tone it down a little bit, because again, it's a little bit on the deeper end. But today is the 5th time I'm wearing it in this past month, which means that I'm now sitting at 19 uses and I still have 11 more uses to go. I am determined to have this one out next month. Again, I don't know how much makeup I'm going to wear in the next coming month, just because of me having a baby and everything like that. But even if I just have to complete this one in the next like week or two, or however long until she arrives, I will try to do that, because I don't want this one to stick around for too long. And honestly, 11 uses is really not that high, so I should be able to get that done if I use this one as like my daily lipstick 1 or 2 times before then. So this is the first product that is staying in the project, and yeah, I do think hopefully that I will have it done next month. And because this one is not in my main lipstick product pan, I do tend to forget to update you on the progress lines for this product, but I did remember, so I just made a mark on this one, and it has actually moved a decent amount after 19 uses, so you can see there that, yeah, that is the movement. I have not marked it before. I think last time there was like a tiny bit of movement that I felt like 2 lines would merge together, so they didn't mark it. But yeah, after 19 uses it has definitely moved, so that is exciting to see. It's also a little bit more motivating, because I was worried that this one wasn't moving very quickly. Also considering that when I do wear this one, I wear it very lightly, again because it is a bit of a deeper shade, but I do think towards autumn winter I will wear it more heavily, and hopefully it will move quicker then, so that I can hopefully, again, fingers crossed, finish it this year. But yeah, that is what this one is sitting. And again, like I said, it's staying in for another 11 uses. The second to last product that we have is one that I've been working on for 3 months. And this one I rolled in for imprint, I believe, or pattern or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the prompt was, but it's on those lines. And I rolled in for that my Nabla blush in Independence, because it does have a bit of an imprint pattern kind of into it. Obviously it has kind of disappeared a little bit, but I do think I have some footage of this one, so I will roll out now what it will be looking like. And of course I did not intend to roll this one into finish. I really love this blush, but I'm not ready to finish it, and also that would be way too much of a commitment for this specific project. So I decided to go with 15 uses on it. So as of the last update, I had reached for this one 11 times, and this is what it looked like then. I reached for it 7 times the first month, and then 4 additional times last month. So in order to get to those 15 uses, I had to reach for it 4 additional times, and I'm very happy to say that I've done that. This is what the blush looks like today. I don't know if you can see any difference, but I have reached for it 15 times, which means again the goal is completed on this product. So yeah, very happy with that. I do absolutely love this one. It's more of a, it's a very interesting blush. I feel like sometimes it pulls a bit more mauve toned, sometimes it pulls a bit more warmer. I think like right now it looks quite warm, but I think right there it looks a bit more mauve. So it is like a, I guess, warmer base with a bit more of a mauve sheen running through it, which makes it very interesting and makes it go with a lot of different looks. And this has been a blush that I've been kind of treating myself to wear because I am panning a blush in my Yellow Bright pan, which is the blush that I'm wearing today, and I really love that one too. It is a matte blush though, so whenever I've been wanting more glowy cheeks, or if I've been kind of wanting a change, or I just wanted to look really healthy and beautiful, I was pulling this blush in because I do, again, absolutely love this one. I do love the kind of sheen it gives to my cheeks. So it's been a joy to reach for, and again, it will be rolling out, which is a bit bittersweet, but you know, it's right next to me when I do my makeup, so if I do ever want to wear it outside of this project, I of course can. So yeah, it was nice to rediscover this blush though, because it is one that I haven't reached for quite a while. But like I said, I do absolutely love it. And then the final product that we have rolled in last month, and this one rolled in for the Joker. So this here is my MAC glitter, and I have this one in the shade green, which I got gifted to me from my partner's sister. I think she got it in like, you know, it was like, I got it for Christmas, I believe, so I got this one in a set with something else, I think a lipstick or highlighting palette or something like that, but I did get this one from her, and I actually have never used it because I'm intimidated by glitters. But with the Joker, if you're unaware of this project, you need to roll something in that you do not want to pan, something that is like, you know, are you joking me? Like, I do not want to work on that. And this is the perfect product for me for this. And that is kind of reflected in the numbers, because I did roll this one in for 15 uses, and unfortunately I have not reached for it at all. So this one is still sitting at 0 uses, which is unfortunate. I was thinking about wearing this one for like my update, but since I only had one more use on that other sparkly shade that I'm wearing on my eyes now, I wanted to give that one the focus, and I felt like adding this one would be too much glitter. I also wanted to do this kind of blue look, so yeah, today was not the day. And that's okay, but I do really need to use this one because, again, first of all, I have never used it, and I do have 15 uses on it in this project. I don't know if I said that already, but I did want to put in like a relatively high usage goal for something like this, again because of the Joker prompt, but for now it is of course staying in with 15 more uses. So we have 2 products staying in, which is the lipstick and that green glitter, which means that we have to roll 3 new prompts. I do have my deck of cards right here, which I am gonna shuffle in just my hands while I look at you guys. I can't look what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm just gonna shuffle this quickly and I'm gonna pull some cards. We need 3 again prompts, so I'm gonna cut the deck and we're gonna pull 3 cards. So I'm gonna pull up the game board, 2025 game board, I'm gonna refresh it just to make sure that I have the up-to-date version, and we're gonna go ahead and pull 3 cards. So first up we have King of Hearts, which is No Pan Left Behind. It's a red king, so that is No Pan Left Behind. Okay, that is the first one. Second one is a black king, which is Focus, which is basically means something that is like focused on your goals for the year. So I'll have to have a look for that and see what I want to pull in. And then third card is going to be another face card. We have a black queen, which is Pick Your Space. Okay, so that's good. I think you have to pick your space in the same suit. So that would be spades, which I have an option for cream or liquid. I'm gonna put it up here. It is for the long haul, affordable, veto. Oh, what could I veto out? The glitter. Indie, metallic, collecting cobwebs, whole collection of roulette, and pop culture. So I'm gonna have a think for those products, and once I decided what I want to work on, I will be right back with my new products. So I'm back and I've picked my 3 kind of products. Yeah, I picked the things that are gonna go for each prompt, but I'm going to start off with the one that I rolled in last, which is Pick Your Space, because that was on top of my pile and it's what I decided on last. But I decided to go with the prompt cream or liquid. I think that was what it was. Again, see it up here. And I decided to go with another blush. There's a couple of reasons why I decided to go with this one. This is the Say Glow Sculpt Multi-Use Cream Highlighting Blush in the shade Mauve Glow. So there's a couple of reasons why I'm rolling this one in. First of all, this is a product that I have actually not used before. I got this one free with gift with purchase. So second reason is that I don't really know much about it. Third is that I really enjoyed my Nabla blush and working on that. And this one is also a glowy blush. I did just swatch it, but my camera wasn't filming. But it is a cream blush, hence the cream. It could also go in for metallic, to be honest, because it's quite metallic too. But I just swatch of it on my hand, and I'm excited because I love glowy blushes, especially in summer. I love cream blushes, especially in summer, and I think this is going to be a beautiful tone, and I'm excited to see how I like this one. So I'm rolling this one in. I do want to roll it in for slightly less than an Olap blush because I don't know how I like this one. So I'm going to go with 10 uses for this blush, and we'll see how I get on with it, and then hopefully by that point I will have a bit more of an idea of how I like this blush. So that is going to be the first product, rolling in for 10 uses. For the prompt No Pan Left Behind, which was Red King, I have decided to go with an eyeshadow palette. So this here is the Hey Reindeer palette. It is technically a Christmas release, but I do love this color story. I think it's quite bright and fun. And I haven't used this palette yet this year, and I'm excited to do so. I feel like I want to reach for this one. It has some poppier tones, and it will also complement a lot of things that I'm panning. So I think this one is going to be nice. So of course, this one is rolling in for No Pan Left Behind. I just have to reach for every single shade at least once, and then we'll go completely for this one. But yeah, love this palette, and I'm excited to get some use out of it. Then for focus, I went through my list of focuses for the year when it comes to panning goals, and I definitely had a couple that I could have focused on. Some of them are like amount of blushes that I want to get out of my collection. I had highlighters, I have normal pans hit, all of that kind of stuff. But there's two focuses that I wanted to kind of bring attention to. First up is to use what I want more, like use the kind of things that I want to reach for more this year rather than just hyper focusing on panning, which is something that I always need to get better at. And two is to reach for all of my singles at least once, which I had completely forgotten about. So what I decided to do is I am going to roll in another kind of No Pan Left Behind style prompt, and that is for these two palettes right here. So these are my current BYOPs for June. This is what they look like. This one is missing a couple shades. Yeah, this one is complete at the moment, but the other one is missing shades because they are in like a smaller palette used to reach for. But this is the first palette right here. I'm actually wearing two shades on here today, this one and this one. But yeah, this is the first palette, which is all my round singles. If you want to know a bit more what's in here, you can check out my BYOP building these two palettes. But that is palette number 1. And then the second one is my Cleona focus one. And again, there's 4 missing here because they are in a smaller palette, but that is right behind me. And this is what this one looks like. Again, very beautiful shades. I did try to go for more like brighter, springier, summery type of shades in these two palettes. But like I already said, my goal with these two palettes is going to be to No Pan Left Behind them. I want to go through these and make sure that I have reached for at least like every single shade in here at least once this year. If I have already reached for them once, I am allowed to skip over them because there is quite a few shades. This one has 6 times 5, so it's 30 shades in here. And this one has 6 times 4, that is 24. So there's 54 shades in these two palettes combined. So again, if I have already reached for them, I don't have to reach for them again. And like I said, I am reaching for these 2 shades today, for example, so I don't have to reach for those. I also have reached for this one, the blue shade right here in this look today. So those 3 are actually already completed, but majority of the shades in these 2 palettes I have not reached for yet this year. So it's still going to be a massive challenge to complete these. But I am excited to do so because I do want to reach for my singles more. And I do pick these shades out specifically for my BYOP, but I tend to not reach for all of them, you know, every month. So I do think it's a good prompt for me to roll in for focus. But that is actually going to be it for today's video. We are again replacing 3 of the prompts, so we'll see what I'm able to do in the next month. Like I've already mentioned, I also due to have my baby very soon, so that might affect my panning. So first of all, I don't know if I'm going to have my update up next month or if I'm going to skip a month. And second, we don't know how much progress I'm going to be able to make in the next month, but hopefully I can get back to it relatively soon, but honestly have no idea. I'm just going to take every day as it comes. And yeah, in the meantime, I will of course keep posting videos. I've pre-filmed quite a few and I will keep going, you know, for the most part. So hopefully there will be no gap, but just product pans are a little bit harder to, you know, pre-film and that kind of stuff. You can't really pre-film updates. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are. I will be back in a couple of days with the next video, and in the meantime, please make sure to check out Emily and the playlist as well as my channel. And if you aren't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you again in the family. Bye guys.